Dad, I want you to talk about your time in the military and when you decided to become a tank mechanic.
Well, I've been mechanic any time. I grew up on a farm, and on the farm, anything broke, you fixed it yourself. You didn't get on phone and call a mechanic downtown. So, my Michael Dad overall farm all every year, and I thought that was pretty easy to do, so I did it myself, and I've always enjoyed mechanical things. And so when I went in the Army, they said, what do you want to be? I said, well, I want to be a mechanic. I said, well, okay, so they sent me to vehicle school in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Went through that. I think it was about 16 weeks. Something by University of Arab graded and got down there and they said, we don't need it, we don't give them tanks. That's already. So I said, back to school, well, it's tank test school for another 16 weeks. So all that time I was thinking that I'd actually in Europe, which is okay by me, and I was going to mechanic school. And when I finished tank school, with my years in Camp Chapter, Arkansas, 60 Harvard ratings. And
while you were in tank school, what was the hardest thing about being in tank school? What was the hardest thing you had to learn?
Well, I guess getting to the engines is the hardest thing. I mean, you're down inside the damn tank, you know, and you can't hardly get to anything in or around them. So it's the hardest thing. Get to the engines.
Mm-hmm. And you know, anything else about doing it? You told me one time you couldn't move the seats in there, so it was hard to drive.
Oh, yeah, the tanks were... I think 3-speed transmissions. And, we had to catch the gear shift. That was very short, and the seats were not adjustable. So hard to shift in the first and slide off the seat, slide it down in the first gear, kind of seat, go again and give it a gas, hop back on and shift in a second, like that. Kind of inconvenient, but I made it work.
Good. When you got to Europe, you landed where? You landed in France.
The heart of France.
Okay, Lahart, France, and joined up with your unit. Tell me about moving from there going towards Pilsen. Any big events happen along the way?
Oh my. Well, they pretty much blown every single bridge, so and they had the armády as those days already, which is a big, nice, 4-lane super highway, you know, but they blew every single bridge. So you go downhill on the freeway, till you come to the bridge, and you go off the bridge, down through the ditch, down to the other side, and you have to really go again.
So, and working on the tanks, were there any major breakdowns or major issues with them that you had to deal with? Availability of parts or gas or whatever? They were gas powered, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not diesel powered.
Yeah, our tanks were gas powered, and of course, any hit on them would cause them to burn. And the Germans called them Ronsons. Because they burn so easily. But we didn't have any diesel powered equipment, but because of the speed, maneuverability, I think they overcame that on this building.
Mm-hmm. Any instances where you were with live fire going on around you? You've told me a couple of stories.
I've been in the rocket fire, but thank you, don't worry about that. I should just go right through. Just worry about it through the 88. They were clear through in there, tanks. They were bad things.
Okay, cool. As you got to Pilsen, what are the first things you remember about getting to Pilsen and that area? So you went to Pilsen. Did you actually go into Pilsen, or did you go into the cities around it?
I think I went into Pilsen, yeah. And good to get German Pilsen here the first 38 years.
Good.
Quite welcome.
Good. And once you got to Pilsen, you were moved to what city?
My city of
Nýřany? No, Nýřany?
Nýřanech, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did you do there?
I think.
Yeah, and you did that, and you told me about you were guarding prisoners that were in the prisoner of war camp there, and
I remember watching prisoners down the street in Plzni, and the local chaps beat the shit out of the German prisoners. In fact, and I did my best to try to keep them. They take hose and rakes and whack the hell out of them. And our mates took care of that. That's your business.
Okay. And what was your assignment when you were there? You were out at an airport?
Yeah.
And what did you do out at this airport?
Lined up with a German equipment, tanks, trucks, jeeps, two of our witnesses. And we would have a line in the hot wire and make everyone run a big run.